Did you see that shit? MMA podcast. Hosted by mixed martial arts journalist Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and Chicago's number one underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal.
Thank you for listening. I'm Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and this is
Apollo Taj Mahal.
We are the guys from the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast. We know you're going to like the interview, so be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on all the social media platforms, as well as the Missing Time Productions YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to didyousseethatshit.com for a complete rundown of all of our content. Right, Apollo?
Yeah.
I want to welcome back Matt Brown to the show. One of the best in the world at 170. Shit, one of the best in the world, period. It's been a while, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just hanging out in these Normatec boots right now, trying to get this knee back to normal again.
How is it going with your knee?
Oh, it's going good. I feel real good. I feel like I could train today, actually, but I'm not allowed to, so I have to be disciplined and hold myself back.
How long are you mandated to stay away from the hard training for?
I think I'm not allowed to box until about 5-6 months.
Oh, wow.
And then, yeah, and I won't be real training until, like, all-out training, where it's about 9 months. Probably 7 to 9 months, I think, total.
Okay, so I know that you're like a crazy madman when it comes to training and sports psychology. So have you been reading like a lot more books lately, or to keep your mind at ease?
Oh yeah, which I read a lot anyway, but certainly been reading a lot more lately. Yeah.
Anything good that you could recommend?
I'm rereading the book Musashi, which is probably the greatest book I've ever read. My favorite book I've ever read. So I'm reading again for the second time, and it's about 1,000 pages. So, it's a pretty intense book.
Was Musashi?
Musashi, yeah, like Mamoru Musashi.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I've never read that, but I'm a huge reader, so I'm gonna have to check that out for sure.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't know. It's like the Gone with the Wind of Japan. Like every single person there's watched the movies or stories about it. Like it's just a common story over there.
Very cool. Your last fight, man, against Diego Sanchez, that elbow that you delivered, I still think that's one of the just picture-perfect SKOs ever, man. When you landed that, did it feel as good as it looked?
Actually, I didn't even feel it. So, you probably can't. I guess I've watched it myself. You can't really tell from the video, but I couldn't even tell. I didn't realize that I'd knocked him out. I kind of thought that he was going for a shot or something, like going for an ankle or something. I was like, is he really going to do an ankle pick? But then the referee pushed me back pretty quickly. So that was a good thing. A good ref that night.
Your fight with Carlos Condit, that was supposed to happen at Fox 29. Of course, that got scrapped. But is that a fight that you'd like to see run back?
Absolutely. I mean, I think all the fans would still love to see me and Carlos fight sometime. I think we have a great style matchup, and I think that it's definitely a fan-friendly fight that people would love to see.
I was really bummed out when that fight fell through because, as you said, man, both you and Carlos, two legends, and both you guys bring your A game every single time. Now, speaking of bringing your A game, Matt, I mean, you're a guy that we know what we're going to get as fans when you're in there. You give every ounce of your being every time you're in the octagon, in a cage. When you see guys miss weight, does that really piss you off?
I wouldn't say it pisses me off. I don't think they should. I think the rules should be a lot stricter, more than just losing a little bit of your purse or something. I think we need to do something that makes it, because I think I guess, let me start over. I think a lot of guys go ahead and accept it and say, hey, I want to save myself for the fight rather than cut this weight. They're willing to accept the consequences. And I think that was a lot of the same with like the steroid use, particularly a few years ago, not so much now. I think they've done a great job with that. But yeah, people would just accept the consequences rather than trying to follow the rules because the consequences just weren't strict enough. And so yeah, I think if they just make it less worth the while. I mean, Darren Till missed and still wins the fight, or Mackenzie Dern, she missed big, still got the fight and got the win, and now she's going to move up in the rankings and move on. It's just not fair.
Yeah, there's only been one fighter, and that just happened in this last card. Jillian was the only fighter that actually beat a fighter that missed weight. So they have a clear advantage when they miss weight. Whether they do it on purpose or not, it's still an advantage. Of course, you know, a guy that you know very well, a guy that you beaten before, just fought last weekend, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. What did you think about the way that those two, it was like a physical chess match, the whole fight?
To be honest, I wasn't able to watch the fight. I was on vacation. So, well, not really vacation, just out of town. Was camping and fishing up in the mountains with the kids, so I didn't get to watch the fight. I'll probably watch it this weekend sometime, catch up, and probably watch the whole card, hopefully.
Yeah, it was a good card, man, and I envy you, man. If I could have got a chance to get away for the holiday with the family, I would have been all over that. So, man, that's where it's at. As you get older, you know, I'm 37 now, so, you know, family, that's what it's all about, you know?
For sure, and, yeah, especially the age my kids are at. There's nothing... I'm always happy to take them up there, and they're just as happy to be on the boat or on the water catching a fish than they are being on an Xbox. And hopefully I can keep it that way, because that's a huge problem in our society, I think.
Did we agree on that, man? I mean, my daughter's 12, and it's just so hard prying her away from that computer sometimes, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard prying ourselves away from our computers and phones, right? So
it's true.
I can only imagine being a 12-year-old kid with, you know, completely different outlook that grew up with it.
Man, you know, when you and I were growing up, it was just a different world. You know, I was just talking to my wife about this. I mean, you know, I didn't even get a Nintendo until, like 92. I was already 13 years old. I mean, I don't know, man. I used to play outside all the time, and kids just don't experience, you know, most of the kids don't get to experience what we did growing up, you know?
Yeah, and I'm fortunate. My kids, they enjoy playing outside, and they have creative little minds, and they keep themselves busy, and they love to read, and they love to write and draw and stuff like that. So it tells me that I'm doing the right thing for them, teaching them the right way.
No doubt, man. Well, you're a great father, you're a great family man, and you're a great fighter. I can't wait till you get the knee healthy and get back in there, man. On Twitter and Instagram, you can be found at I am the Immortal. The floor is yours, man. If you'd like to shout out your sponsors, anything you'd like.
Yeah, for sure. You know, check out my fitness equipment company, Immortal Combat Equipment. You got to thank Muscle Farm, man. You know, we're building a good thing out here, coming out to LA a lot, and we're building a great team out here of fighters with Joe Schilling and Jason Manley and me all coaching. Man, you know, we got a great thing going, so major props to them for helping out.
Well, thank you for your time, man. It's always a pleasure, man, and I can't wait for you to get back there, because truly, man, you're one of the most exciting fighters to watch, bar none.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Take care, man.